What's up, guys? Welcome to my team builder for week 2, match 1. Today's match is actually going to be against BandedCaterpie and his Carolina Caterpies. Uh, right now, we're sitting at 2-0 in the season. Caterpie is 2-0 as well. We're leading our division in the Kanto, just barely, by differential, right above the BandedCaterpie. He's at +4, we're at +8. So we're just a little bit ahead of him. From what I've noticed so far, he's a great battler, though, very intelligent in his decisions and his team building. So I'm really, really nervous about today's match. As you can see in the layout, what I'm predicting him to bring is Tyranitar, his Mega Altaria, Ferrothorn, Crobat, Galvantula, and Volcanion. With my team, I really, really, really wanted to bring Lucario this week. I thought that he did some things that could help me out with priority and setting up, and then not really having a lot of vulnerability to Caterpie's team. But I also thought it was really, really important to bring Wobbuffet to be able to trap somebody, kind of like a Dragon Dancing Tyranitar, a Dragon Dancing Altaria, uh, you know, just a big threat. I could send Wobbuffet in and be sure I can take that threat out. And I didn't really want to replace anybody else on my team because I felt really, really good about everybody else on my team. So I ended up just not being able to bring Lucario. But I do plan to bring him soon. I really, really want to get Lucario some action because he's such a great Pokemon. There's no sense in him not being in my first 3 matches. I just haven't felt comfortable using him yet. So we do have Wobbuffet, and I'll start off with him. Wobbuffet, we're just doing a basic Wobbuffet set, Counter, Encore, Mirror Coat, and Destiny Bond. I don't really see Destiny Bond being too useful, but you never know when the situation might allow itself to where we can knock out a Pokemon with Destiny Bond instead of using either Counter or Mirror Coat, maybe through like a Burn or something, or a Toxic. Obviously, we're going to invest fully in HP, and I felt that since I had Sableye and Heatran on the defensive side, I'm going to use Wobbuffet on the specially defensive side. And of course, that would be something for Volcanion or Galvantula. Um, and then, his other guys that he could bring in on the special side. I think Miletta, and I'm just not thinking of the other couple at this moment. But then we have Togekiss, and Togekiss I'm bringing the Paraflinch set this week. Uh, Typically, the last 2 weeks I've been using an offensive set, which has worked out pretty good. Week 1, week 2 we didn't get too much done. I think Togekiss ended up dying relatively quick without any kills, which was unfortunate because he did so well in week 1. But this week it's a paraflinching set, and as much as I hate hacks, it's one of the best sets for Togekiss when you get in a bind and you're just able to Thunder Wave and then Air Slash somebody to death. And I just felt like with Caterpie's team, if I'm going to bring Togekiss, it needs to be the paraflinching set. So I apologize in advance for any crazy hacks that happened in the battle. And then we have Sableye. Sableye has done incredibly well for me so far. I think he's actually tied on our team for the most kills with, I believe, Togekiss. Sableye's gotten 2 each week, and then Sableye ended up getting 4 in the first week, so they're both at 4. So he's doing very, very well, and his biggest thing is being able to knock off items and burn people. And then, of course, carrying Taunt is huge because it's going to help me be sure that maybe that Tyranitar or that Altaria can't set up. Now, of course, I got to watch out for that Pixelate return because that's not gonna feel too great. It's gonna one hit KO my Sableye. So I definitely have to be smart if I plan on burning that Altaria. because he's probably just going to kill my Sableye right back. So if I'm planning on burning Altaria, I need to be in a position where I don't need to keep Sableye anymore. So then we have Heatran, and Heatran I'm running the set that I typically do, except for one difference. I'm not running the Choice Specs or the Life Orb. I'm actually running the Choice Scarf, and I'm just doing that as a surprise. Uh, I'm still running Stealth Rocks, so the Stealth Rocks are going to help me kind of camouflage that Choice Scarf. He's going to see the Stealth Rocks. He's not going to expect me to be Choice Scarf. So I'm hoping to get the rocks up. I'm hoping to do a lot of damage to that Crobat, to the Altaria, Galvantula, and to the Volcanion. The rocks are extremely important. So not only does the Scarf allow me to get my rocks up almost certainly, but again, it also allows me to surprise him mid or in game with a Lava Plume or a Flash Cannon that's going to move before his guy, and I think it will really catch him off guard. Now, obviously, the unfortunate thing about that is I will have to switch out after the Stealth Rocks, and so somebody's going to take a hit. And unfortunately, on his team, he has a lot of hard hitters. It's a very offensive team that I'm planning for. So once Heatran goes out and whoever comes in, they're going to get walloped pretty hard. It'll probably be like a Wobbuffet switch in. So we'll kind of have to see how that plays out. It's always risky running Choice Scarf in a Stealth Rock combo just for that reason. Typically, it's a lot smarter if the team that you're planning for is going to be a more defensive team. But we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works. Definitely nervous about it, but it's extremely important for me to get the rocks up. So let's head on over to Rotom, Mr. Whirlpool here. Different set this week. Pain Split, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. I believe the only big change is I have investment in special defense with 138 points. I think last week I invested in defense instead of the special D. And I actually didn't fully invest in special attack because I wanted to fully invest in HP just to give me a little bit more leeway on the defensive side. With 120 points in special attack and running modest Rotom Wash, I can still one-hit KO the Volcanion. And then I can do a lot of damage with Hydro Pump to, I can OHKO the Tyranitar. I can do a lot of damage to the Galvantula with Hydro Pump, even though it's just a Hydro Pump, to Galvantula, and it's not super effective or anything. It can still do a lot of damage. And then the Thunderbolt, I think, either OHKOs or comes very, very close to OHKOing the Crobat. And I apologize for my phone going off. So I felt like it was really important to not invest fully in my special attack because I could actually do the same thing with half the amount of special attack points as I could with 252. So investing in the HP, and not only just makes my special defense better, but it also gives me a little bit more leeway in taking defensive hits. So let's go to what I kind of consider the backbone of my team, which is Diggersby, also known as Roger Rabbit. Going to run a very standard set with him. Choice Scarf, huge power, Earthquake Return, U-Turn, and I'm carrying Ice Punch for the Altaria. Can also use it with the Crobat. It's going to do actually quite a bit of damage still to the Tyranitar if I get locked into it because of the Choice Scarf. Now, obviously, Diggersby's not going to live an attack back by the Tyranitar if I get put in that situation, but it will put me in a good position to revenge kill it with whoever I bring in. So we're actually going to run Adamant Nature instead of Jolly just because I don't really expect him to be able to outspeed me with any of his Pokemon, even if it's a Scarfer, yeah, they're gonna outspeed. But just thinking if he doesn't run any Scarfers, I really think that Diggersby is going to be able to outspeed everybody without the Jolly Nature. Issues come in when he starts running scarfers. The scarfed Crobat, scarfed, I don't know, Volcanion, scarfed Galvantula. Definitely could cause me some issues. A scarfed Tyranitar after a Dragon Dance, that could be a pretty big issue. So we'll have to see exactly how that goes. Yeah, I hope it. I hope that's the right decision. We'll have to kind of see and wait for the battle to see how it goes. Um, so yeah, that's my team I'm bringing in, and that's the team I hope that he brings in. Or I wouldn't say I hope I bring them in because that team actually gives me a lot of issues. I don't have any. Uh, I don't have any defogger or rapid spinner that I'm bringing in this week because Togekiss, I'm not carrying defog on it. So I could really run into a lot of issues if that Ferrothorn starts laying toxic spikes and stealth rocks, and I think he gets stealth rocks. But if he starts laying all those down and I can't, kill him in time, I'm gonna have a lot of issues switching into that. So hopefully that doesn't happen, um, and hopefully I'm not making a big mistake by not bringing defog. I may should switch out the Aura Spiral on Togekiss to bring defog, but I'm just going to try to work around it and see how it works. And hopefully I can come out with a win. If not, then I'll be 2-1. Um, and I'll be second in the division. But I'll still be in a good spot for the season. So I'm not particularly too worried about this match. It's not going to set the tone for the rest of our season. But it would mean a lot to me to get this win, to go 3-0, to keep the lead in the division, and start to pull away from the other coaches in the division, and look towards the playoffs. So guys, that's what I'm thinking for this match against the Carolina Caterpies. So definitely check out the match. It's going down tonight in about an hour. So be sure to check it out when it goes live. And I'll see y'all at the battle. Peace.